Good evening, everyone. Am I audible? Cool. The quotation that you see on the screen is by Maryam Mirza Khani. In case you don't know her, she is the first women Fields Medal winner. Fields Medal is given to the people who are below 35 years of age. Those mathematicians, she was the first woman to get that. Unfortunately, she expired from 3 years back due to cancer, but she paved the path to see the beauty of mathematics. And she says you have to spend some energy and effort to see the beauty of maths. So now tell me, are you ready to spend the energy and effort? Cool. So today we all have to be very energetic and we should be giving in everything that we have because today you will be on a roller coaster ride and today you will actually see and realize that all of you are brilliant in mathematics. It's just that you have never realized it yet. Cool. So a lot of people have joined already. In case your friends are there who are not a part of iQuanta Facebook group or not the paid group, so this session is live on YouTube as well, and you can share the link with them in case they require it. And in case you want the link, I'll just share it with you. Cool. So I have shared the link with you guys. Your friends who are who want to improve their mathematical imagination, they can do that. Yeah, I haven't even done the binomial theorem yet. We'll start it. Cool. Yeah, Priyanshul, hype is necessary because there are some people who listen to you only when you create hype. For good, actually, not for bad. All right. So today the session's name is Patterns and More, advanced class of sequences and series, very important for CAT and any management exam. So to start with, the basic thing that we'll be doing, the first question, which is dependent on what we did yesterday. So you can see the question says find the integer value of y if minus x, 2y, and 2 times y plus 3 are in arithmetic progression, and x plus 2, 2 times y plus 1, and 5y minus 1 are in geometric progression. Calculate the value of y. Ranu, this session is for everyone, independent of things you know or not, because is totally fresh. There's one thing you need to know to solve the question. The middle term will be the mean in both the cases. Here 2y is the arithmetic mean, and here 2 times y plus 1 is the geometric mean. So that is what we need to know, and we can solve this question. Yeah, Ritush, Mandelbrot, of course, I know about it. One of my favorites. Nothing has been missed. This is the first question. Come on, just solve it. I'll be giving you 2 minutes for this question, not more than that. So we are coming up with answers. Rishi has already posted his answer. He says it's 2. Come on, there are 200 people live here. I want answers. I want 200 answers. So a lot of people are divided in 2 options. One is A, other is B. Only 2 people have answered it to be A, others say it's B. Let us try to solve this question. So as we know that the arithmetic mean, basically 2 times the arithmetic mean will be equal to the sum of other 2 elements, right? Other 2 elements, the first and the last. Why it happens? Because the arithmetic mean is always the average of the terms which are at extremes. So I can write 2 multiplied by 2y is equal to sum of these 2, which will be minus x plus 2y plus 6. So if we solve this, what do we get? It's 4y, 4y minus 2y is 2y. 2y is equal to 6 minus x. That is the first equation that we obtain from this part of the question. Now for geometric mean, the square of the mean would actually be equal to product of the other 2 terms. So in arithmetic progression, it is sum. Here we have product. That is the only difference. X plus 2 multiplied by 5y minus 1. This is the first question, Abhishek. Yes. So let's expand this one. 2y square, right? If I expand this, what do I get? Let me make it easier for you, step by step. 4 times y square plus 2y plus 1 is equal to 5xy minus x plus 10y minus 2. That is what we get over here. Right? Is that cool? Okay. Now opening the brackets. 4y square plus 8y plus 4 is equal to 5xy minus x plus 10y minus 2. ठीक है, इसके आगे सॉल्व कर लेते हैं फटाफट. So as you can see, we have 8y here and 10y there. This will be 4y square if I bring 10 here, minus 2y. If I bring x over here, plus x. 4 plus 2 is 6. This is equal to 5 times xy. Now you can put in the value of, we have to find the value of x over here. So we can do y over here. So we can do one thing. We can just write x to be equal to 6 minus 2y, and we put the value of x as 6 minus 2y in this equation, and we'll get the answer. All right? Cool. Mohit is basically the average, arithmetic mean is the average, simple average of the extreme terms, and geometric mean is basically the square, its square will be equal to product of the extreme terms. So if you solve this question, what is the answer do you get? Now what is the answer? Do you want to change your answers? Anyone wants to change his answer? Or you will go with 3 only? The answer is A, option A, that is 2, right? So even if you kind of, because we have the options over here, so we can directly put in the values, but this can come as a theta question, so we'll just put the value x in terms of y and we get the value of y. Answer is 2. Both x and y will be 2 in this case. I don't know why all of you got 3. What was the problem there? And someone just said कि सब लोग का एक साथ इतना आंसर कैसे आ सकता है? It was actually, kind of surprising for me, but cool. So I'll not be, kind of solving this question. We are just looking at different ways to solve any question, and a lot of things are to be shared. Then comes some interesting observations, some very interesting observations. There is something we did in the last class that was in haste, but I'll just do it step by step. Now, the people who think that this is their first class and they are kind of do not know anything about this, this will be starting off today's class. This is the starting. The first question was just to get you in the feel. All right, all right. Now let us understand this. Some very interesting observations. So as you can see, first of all, I'll just write the powers of 2. The powers of 2. It's a very interesting observation which we have in powers of 2. So it goes like this. The first power of 2 is 2 to the power 0 is 1. Then we have 2. Then we have 4, 8, 16, 32, and so on. These are the powers of 2. All right? The powers of 2. So in this case, if we just make some observation, what we can see over here, the second term is 1 more than the first term. All right? The third term is 1 more than the sum of first 2 terms. The fourth term is 1 more than the sum of first 3 terms. Right? This is happening. This is happening throughout. Right? This is happening throughout. Now tell me, do you get this? Do you guys get this? For example, if I talk about 32, this will be 1 more than sum of all the preceding terms. That is 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16. How cool is that? Right? A very interesting observation. Now I'll be using some symbols in this class, for example, summation. So if I write sigma, this will be basically the summation. So sigma of 2 to the power I starts with 0 and ends at n. So if I want to add n terms in powers of 2, that will be equal to n plus 1th term minus 1. Is it happening? Is it happening or not? For example, if you put n as 4, this will be going from 2 to the power 0, that is 1, to 2 to the power 4, that is 16. So 1 to 16, the sum will be 31. And 2 to the power n plus 1 is 32 over here. So this is, I think, clear to everyone. Isn't it? And as I said, you require a lot of energy and effort here. So constantly, when you understand, just type yes, 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 yes. And if there is some problem, just mention the problem right away. Great. Powers of 3. 1, 3, 9, 27, 81, and so on. So if you see over here, the second term is 1 more than 2 times the first term, right? 1 plus 2 into 1 is 3. Similarly, the third term is 1 more than 2 times the sum of the preceding 2 terms. 1 plus 2 into 4 is 9. Then 1 plus the fourth term is 1 plus 2 times sum of the preceding 3 terms, and so on, so on and so forth. So similarly, if we write an expression over here, what do we get? 3 to the power n plus 1 minus 1 whole upon 2. Is that right? Is this right? Divanshu will come to the questions. Why is this important? Because we'll solve some questions over here. Just look at this. विजय, समेशन का मतलब होता है कि सम, जैसे कि सिग्मा समेशन इज नथिंग बट अ शॉर्टकट टू राइट अब 2 to the power 0 plus 2 to the power 1. इतना सब लिखने से बेटर ये है, इतना लंबा लिखने से बेटर ये है कि जस्ट राइट सिग्मा of 2 to the power n. So that is what sigma basically represents, the summation in a symbol, in a series. All right. Well, so now if you look at the pattern, because I won't go more into this, we have to just find the pattern over here. So similarly, if I take the powers of 4, I'll get this. And now if you actually identify the pattern, denominator is 2. Here it is 1. नीचे कुछ भी नहीं है तो 1 लगा देंगे. Right? If it is 4, we'll get 4 minus 1, that is 3. So this is what is happening in the sum of any kind of power. अच्छा, y डिवाइड बाई 2 i इक्वल टू 0 क्या मतलब, एटसेट्रा. ओके, ठीक है. क्यों ऐसा कर रहे हैं आप देखो, इस टर्म को देखो. व्हाट इज दिस? 1 प्लस 2 टाइम्स 1 प्लस 3 प्लस 9. ये 27 की वैल्यू है. अगर मैं इसको सॉल्व करूं तो आई विल गेट 27. 1 को इधर शिफ्ट करो, माइनस 1, ये 2 नीचे डिवाइड हो जाएगा. 1 प्लस 3 प्लस 9 होगा ऐसा. इसीलिए हम यहां माइनस 1 डिवाइड बाई 2 कर रहे हैं. इज दिस क्लियर? तो ये क्या है? 3 की पावर 0, जिसको आई 0 क्यों लिया समझ में नहीं आ रहा, वो समझा रहा हूं मैं. 3 की पावर 0, 3 की पावर 1, 3 की पावर 2. तो यहां पे देखो, अगर मैं 0 से 2 तक जाता हूं तो मुझे क्या मिलेगा? this plus this plus this, which is equal to 3 to the power 3 minus 1 whole upon 2. इसलिए हमने ऐसा किया है. So is this clear? Now is this clear to everyone? रिया, हाँ, ये सिर्फ पावर वाली सीरीज में होगा. राहुल, सत्यम, is your problem sorted? And विजय, स्वाति n+1 पावर में है. हाँ, ओके, ऑल राइट. एक बार आप ये देख लो. Denominator is 1, here it is 2, here it is 3. So 3 is 4 minus 1, 2 is 3 minus 1, 1 is 2 minus 1. So if I replace this with x, 2, 3, 4, 5 कुछ भी हो, अगर मैं ऐसे जाऊंगा, I is equal to 0 to n, then we'll get x to the power n plus 1 minus 1 whole upon x minus 1. This will be a generalized expression of sum of any power series. Now, is it fine? Sum of any power series. Is that clear? Everyone? Great. Now, किसी को प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं है ना? पावर, सिग्मा, ये सब देख के समझ में आ गया. सिग्मा इज समेशन. आप इसको प्यार से देखो, सब सिंपल लगेगा. जस्ट दैट सम पीपल नॉट यूज्ड टू सीइंग लॉट ऑफ एक्सप्रेशंस, बट दिस इज वेरी ब्यूटीफुल, वेरी सिंपल. आई टुक इट स्टेप बाय स्टेप, एंड दिस इज बेसिकली सम ऑफ जीपी. ऑफ कोर्स, लाइक जस्ट समवन जस्ट मेंशन्ड कि सम ऑफ जीपी आ रहा है क्या? एग्जैक्टली, सम ऑफ जीपी ही तो है ये. कोई ये पावर सीरीज एक ज्योमेट्रिक प्रोग्रेशन ही तो है, जहां पे रेशियो देखो, कॉमन रेशियो 2 आ रहा है. Similarly, powers of 3, again, this is geometric progression. And this is how the formula for geometric progression can be derived. All right? आदित्य I इक्वल टू 0 मतलब 3 की पावर, देखो एक बात, फर्स्ट टर्म क्या है 1, ये कैसे मिली 2 की पावर 0, फर्स्ट टर्म यहाँ क्या है 3 की पावर 0, किसी भी सीरीज में एनीथिंग रेज टू पावर 0 इज इक्वल टू 1, राइट आदित्य? एंड दैट इज वाई वी आर यूजिंग इट, बिकॉज पहला टर्म तो 1 ही होगा, किसी भी चीज की पावर 0 1 होती है. ऑल राइट, नाउ लेट अस डू द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Bored of counting change, a shopkeeper picked 100 coins and put different number of coins in different pouches in such a way that he can provide a change of any integer amount ranging from rupee 1 to rupees 100. Find the minimum number of bags he must have used. यहाँ पे क्या है 100 rupee 1 coins. 100 coins हैं एक एक रुपए के, ठीक है, बहुत ही 100 कॉइन्स है हमारे पास एक एक रुपए के, और उन्होंने क्या किया आपको दिखाई दे रहा है. सो यू टेल मी व्हाट इज द मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ बैग्स ही मस्ट हैव यूज्ड. रोहित, अच्छा फॉर्मूला मिला, ये ऑब्जर्वेशन बेस्ड है. एक बात मैं और बताऊं, मेरी क्लास में कभी भी फॉर्मूला की बात करो ही मत. मैं ऐसे क्या बोलता हूं, जनरलाइज्ड ऑब्जर्वेशंस. हम सिर्फ ऑब्जर्व करते हुए गए ना. फॉर्मूला होता तो मैं लिखता, देखो ये रहा फॉर्मूला, आर की पावर एन, ये सब करता मैं. I don't believe in formulae. We can derive it anytime we want to. Okay? Well, some people are answering it. I'll be waiting for a few more comments. Then we'll discuss it. Just a minute, guys. Well, well, okay. So how have you come to this conclusion that the answer is 7? All of you have got the same answer. Very good. Pawan has already clarified doubt. Well done, Pawan. Okay, so let us try to solve it. चलो अब क्या है कि मान लो कि मैं वो शॉपकीपर हूँ, तुम मेरे पास आए और मैं बहुत बोर हो चुका हूँ, 2-3 रुपए गिन गिन के मैं कहा कि मैं ही नहीं कर पाऊंगा ये। तो मैंने अब क्योंकि मेरी मैथ्स अच्छी है तो मैंने एक आइडिया निकाला, मैंने कुछ पाउचेस लिए, वहाँ पे सिक्के डालना शुरू किया। अब तुम मेरे पास आओगे, तुम बोलोगे तुमने कुछ 100 रुपये दिए, 93 का सामान है, 7 रुपये लौटाने हैं मेरे को। तो मैं क्या करूँगा, सिर्फ मैं बैग उठाऊंगा, 2-3 और तुम्हें पकड़ा दूंगा और आंसर आ जाएगा। समझ में आया? क्वेश्चन क्लियर हो गया सबको? दिस इज द क्वेश्चन। सो पहली बात तो कंफर्म है कि हमें एक बैग में, एक पाउच में हमें 1 रुपए का सिक्का रखना ही पड़ेगा, राइट? 1 rupee coin would be there, क्योंकि 1 रुपए चेंज तो हमें देना ही देना है। द अदर ऑप्शन, द अदर थिंग कि अगर मैं यहाँ पे 2 रुपए देने हैं तो मैं अगर 1 रुपए और रख लूंगा किसी पाउच में तो मेरा नंबर मिनिमाइज नहीं होगा। आर यू गेटिंग इट? Because we have to minimize the number of bags. That means we have to fill in as much quantity as possible in the given pouches. So I cannot put one more because that will be not minimizing our cases. If you put two, if I put two, then by using these two, I'll be able to give 1 rupee coin. I'll be able to give 2 rupees का change. I'll also be able to give, किसी 3 रुपए मांगे तो I'll give 1 plus 2 both and 3 रुपए मैं उनको दे सकता हूँ. But if I put 3 over here, then I won't be able to give them 2 rupees. Is that clear, everyone? So by using these two bags, I can give 1, 2, and 3. Now 4 is something which I want to have. So instead of using 1 or 2 again, let us put 4. अब मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ? I can give, किसी ने बोला 4 रुपए दो तो मैं ये पाउच उठा के दे दूंगा। बोलेगा 5 रुपए दो तो मैं ये दो उठा के दे दूंगा। Isn't it? 5 is 1 plus 4. कोई बोलेगा भाई मेरे को 6 रुपए चाहिए तो मैं 2 plus 4 दे दूंगा उनको। 7 चाहिए तो 1 plus 2 plus 4 सब कुछ दे दूंगा। Isn't it? So now if you look at this, do you think ये जो हमने थोड़ी देर पहले प्रॉपर्टीज पढ़ी हैं यहां पे 2 की पावर्स वाली, isn't it the same thing? किन्हीं भी इनका सम हमेशा इस वाले से 1 कम होगा और इसी कारण से this is the simple reason that we are exhausting all the powers of 2. Till 7, I'm able to give them. So for 8, I'll use one more pouch. And now by using 8, I can give them anything from 8 to 15. Do you get that? 8 दे पाऊंगा, 9 कैसे दूंगा? By using 8 plus 1. 10 कैसे दूंगा? By using 8 plus 2. 11 कैसे दूंगा? By using 8 plus 2 plus 1. 12, 8 plus 4, 13, 8 plus 4 plus 1. So basically हम हर एक इंटीजर अमाउंट को यहां पे पकड़ पा रहे हैं by using powers of 2. Is that clear, everyone? Just type yes if it is clear to you. So as you know, अब इतना कौन काउंट करे? हमें मालूम पड़ चुका है, हम लोग स्मार्ट हो चुके हैं। हमें क्या पता है? हमें ये पता है कि 2 की पावर्स की खासियत क्या है। ये अगर 8 है तो इन तीनों को यूज करके मैं 7 तक दे पा रहा था। अगला 16 होगा, नेक्स्ट पावर 16 होगा तो इन चारों को यूज करके आई कैन गिव टिल 15. देन द पावर ऑफ 2 इज 32. आई विल पुट 32 कॉइंस. बाय यूजिंग ऑल ऑफ देम आई कैन गिव टिल 31. इज दैट राइट? आर यू गेटिंग इट? नाउ द नेक्स्ट पाउच, यहां प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी। अब तुम ऐड करने नहीं बैठोगे बिकॉज यू ऑलरेडी नो द सीक्वेंस ऑफ द ब्यूटी ऑफ पावर्स ऑफ 2. सो इफ यू ऐड ऑल ऑफ देम, इनका सम कितना आएगा? जल्दी बताओ, इनका सम कितना आएगा? 1 से लेके 32 तक का सम कितना आएगा? कितना आएगा? 2 की अगली पावर से 1 कम। इज दैट राइट? जो अभी पूछ रहे लोग कि -1 क्यों किया? 2 की अगली पावर से 1 कम। दैट मीन्स 63. अब प्रॉब्लम आ गई। कॉइन कितने हमारे पास? 100 ही कॉइन्स हैं। वी हैव ओनली 100 कॉइन्स. वी हैव ऑलरेडी एग्जॉस्टेड 63 कॉइन्स. हाउ मेनी आर रिमेनिंग? 37 आर रिमेनिंग. तो यहां 64 तो मैं ला नहीं पाऊंगा, तो रिमेनिंग कॉइन्स को मैं लास्ट बैग में डाल देता हूं। and that is my answer. So I have used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bags in total. Is that clear? Is that clear to everyone? Very good. I'm really loving the interaction that you guys are doing. See, repeating something इतना ज़्यादा is थोड़ा सा impossible because a lot of things have to be done. तुरंत बीच में रोक के पूछ लो अगर कोई स्टेप है तो पूरा पार्ट बताना मुश्किल हो जाएगा मेरे को. But I'll just try to do it quickly. In the first bag, I put 1, then 2, then 4. Why I'm doing it? पहले बैग से I can give 1 rupees. दूसरे और पहले का इस्तेमाल करके I can give 1, 2 and 3, all of them. Is that clear? 1, 2 तो है ही हमारा, 3 के लिए 1 plus 2 कर दूंगा. If I have 4, then I can give everything from 1, 2, 3 जो कि already है ही है. 4 यहाँ से आ गया. 5 के लिए 4 plus 1. 6 के लिए 4 plus 2. 7 के लिए 4 plus 2 plus 1. So 7 तक हम पहुँच गए. Next will be 8. Then 16. Then 32. 64 होना चाहिए. But problem क्या है कि केवल हमारे पास 100 coins है. यहाँ तक हम already 63 consume कर चुके हैं. तो 63 already हो चुका है और coins 100 ही हैं. 64 तो है ही नहीं. हम इसको वहाँ डाल ही नहीं पाएंगे. Remaining कितना है? Out of 100. 37 are remaining, which I'll put in the last bag. So overall, we have 7 bags in totality. All right. नवीन, 2 वाले 2 बैग है ही नहीं ना भाई. हर एक बैग में अलग कॉइन्स. तुम्हें क्या करना है? मिनिमाइज करना है. तुम्हें मिनिमाइज करना है. राइट? तो तुम अगर 2 वाले 2 बैग रखोगे तो मिनिमाइज थोड़ी ना हो, तो मैक्सिमाइज हो जाएगा. अच्छा, किसी ने पूछा कि 100 तक कुछ भी दे सकते हैं क्या? बिल्कुल दे सकते हैं. पिक अ नंबर, पिक एनी नंबर. लेट अस से आई वांट टू गिव 77 रुपीज. इतना मेरा इसको किसी को 77 रुपीज देने का मूड है. तो व्हाट आई कैन डू? देखो, 37 वाला उठाऊंगा मैं. 37 plus 40. 32 plus 8. Is that clear? So we can give them any number of coins we want to. ठीक है, विजय आते हैं वहां पे, उस सवाल पे आते हैं. I'll just give you one more example. There's one more example. For example, you want to give 92 to someone. अब देखो यहाँ पे दिमाग लगाना है. आपको अपनी इमेजिनेशन को बहुत बड़ा करना है. 92, अगर तुम गिनने बैठ जाओ 1 plus 2 plus 4 तो बहुत टाइम लग जाएगा. बहुत टाइम लग जाएगा. तो 92 को I can write 92 is close to 100. 100 coins है ना हमारे पास, close to 100. 92 क्या है? 100 में से 8 कम. 100 में से 8 कम है. तो हम उस बंदे को 8 वाले पाउच के अलावा सारे के सारे दे देंगे. इज दैट क्लियर? अगर मुझे 92 कॉइन्स देने हैं तो मैं 8 वाले पाउच को अपनी जेब में रख के बाकी सब दे दूंगा उसको. सो ही विल बी रिसीविंग 92 रुपीज. इज दैट क्लियर? एनीथिंग इज पॉसिबल हियर. एनीथिंग इज पॉसिबल. 88 जल्दी कैसे करेंगे? इट्स 100 minus 12. हाउ डू वी गेट 12? बाय यूजिंग 8 and 4. सो except 8 and 4 वाला pouch, I can give everything and he will get 88. All right. उत्कर्ष, या बाइनरी वाला वही सेम चीज है. सिद्धार्थ, अगर मैक्सिमम का आंसर 100 हो जाएगा भाई, हर एक बैग में 1-1 रुपए डाल दो. मैक्सिमम इज 100. नो प्राइज फॉर गेसिंग. कुणाल, 29. कैसे देंगे 29 हम? हाउ इज इट पॉसिबल? 16 plus 8 24 plus 4 plus 1. Clear, Kunal? 29. This is also clear. 16, 8, 24, 4, 28, 29. So this is the answer. Now I hope this is clear to everyone. And automatically, what is your homework? Your homework is very simple. After session is over, pick any number from 1 to 100. Try to get the answer on your own. Cool. नवीन, क्वेश्चन पढ़ लो ठीक से यार. 100 coins में लिखा था यहाँ ₹1, वो मिट गया गलती से. ठीक है? Okay. Here comes the second question. Right, Rohit. A stone fell from a cliff and broke into 2 parts in such a way that by using different combinations of these pieces, On a weighing balance, one can weigh any integer amount from 1 kg to 121 kg. Find the difference between the greatest and the lightest piece. ये greatest नहीं heaviest होगा, ठीक है? Heaviest and the lightest piece. All right? ओके रिया, आज मजा आ रहा है? चलो फिर आंसर बताओ फटाफट इसका. विजय, हमने 2 की पावर्स तो ली नहीं थी डायरेक्टली, हमने तो पहले पैटर्न बनाया, उससे मालूम पड़ा 2 की पावर्स काम आ रही है. बट अगर हमें पहले से मालूम है 2 की पावर्स का, तो हम ये सवाल काफ़ी इजीली कर सकते हैं. चलो अभी यहाँ वाले पे आते हैं. आकार कह रहे लाइटेस्ट तो 1 होगा. ऑफ कोर्स लाइटेस्ट तो 1 ही होगा. ये तो कंफर्म हो गया भाई कि लाइटेस्ट वाला पीस जो है वो तो 1 है. परफेक्ट, वो तो होना ही है. 1 किलो तो हमें चाहिए ही चाहिए. ऋषभ सेज डेटा इनकरेक्ट. वाओ. चलो एक आंसर ये भी हो गया, डेटा इनकरेक्ट. डेटा इनकंसिस्टेंट, यू वांट टू से दैट ऋषभ? So if there are 4 options, one option can be data inconsistent, which will be your answer, right, Rishabh? रोहित says 57. अच्छा ये बताओ, ऐसा तुम लोग जानबूझ के करते हो क्या? किसी एक ने बोल दिया 57 तो सब 57 बोलेंगे? Is it some kind of strategy? Okay, batch 3 students. All these things getting clear to you? Ria is saying 120. We have all sorts of answers here. Batch 3 से कौन है? I remember a few names. Anindita, you there? Devi Prasad is from batch 3. Anshi is from batch 3. Kushbu is from batch 3. Ria, आते हैं, करते हैं. Hold your horses for a while. Let's get some more answers and then we'll do it. विजय, batch 3 clear हो रहा है ना? सत्यम पूरा समझ में आ जाएगा थोड़ी देर में. Okay. Now tell me something. I want really you guys have to imagine. पहले बात मैं याद बार बार दिला रहा हूँ कि this class is not a cold class of mathematics full of expressions and numbers. This is a highly imaginative class. So, start imagining. Imagination starts from, I'll give you some pointers to imagine. पिछले क्वेश्चन इस क्वेश्चन में क्या अंतर है? तो बताएगा मेरे को? पिछले सवाल में इस सवाल में क्या अंतर है? Bratati and Rishika say, Rishabh says 80, okay. Sushmita, combination of any pieces, any number of pieces. Of course cat में आते हैं भाई, ये cat का ही सवाल है राज. उत्कर्ष, राइट. इसमें दोनों साइड वेट रख सकते हैं पैन के. ठीक है, ये अंदर हो गया अपना जो हमें दिखाई दे रहा है कि पिछले वाले केस में हम बैग्स में हम एक ही बैग दे रहे थे, मतलब बेसिकली एक ही तरफ से था, इट्स ओनली गिविंग. बट यहाँ पे 2 हैं और इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि पिछले केस में वी कुड ओनली ऐड, राइट? 1 + 2 + 4 वी वर एबल टू ऐड ओनली. वी नॉट एबल टू सब्ट्रैक्ट. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं 2 रुपए तुमको दे के एक तुमसे ले लूंगा, ये अलाउड नहीं था, राइट? ये अलाउड नहीं था, बट यहां पे अलाउड है. इफ यू हैव अ वेइंग बैलेंस, दैट मीन्स इफ यू वांट टू मेजर लेट्स से 6 kilograms एंड यू हैव 2 kinds of weight, 9 and 3, 9 रखा इधर, 3 रखा इधर, और 6 मेजर हो जाएगा. इज दैट राइट? डू यू गेट इट? सो मैथमेटिकल डिफरेंस इज दैट हियर वी कैन ऐड एज वेल एज सब्ट्रैक्ट, isn't it? We can add as well as subtract. right? Utkarsh, here also we have the total 121 kg here. So mathematically, we can even subtract. That is the main difference between this and that question. All right. So let us start working on it. 1 kg तो हम लेंगे ही लेंगे, ये तो श्योर है, हम ऐसा करेंगे ही करेंगे. पीसेस 5 है. अच्छा, एक बात और, लास्ट केस में 100 तक था, तो वी यूज 7 bags here. 121 तक एंड वी आर यूजिंग ओनली 5 pieces. दैट मीन्स कि यहाँ पे जो वेट्स थोड़े ज़्यादा होंगे. Individual weights will be more than in the previous question. So we will use 1 kg for sure. Now, if I take 2 kilogram, what can I do with it? Now, listen to this and focus on it. If I use 2 kilograms, what can I do? I can take measure 1, I can measure 2, I can measure 1 plus 2, that is 3. Is that right? Is that right? Right? Okay. I'm just encircling this one कि 1 kg confirm है. 2 kg का आई एम नॉट वेरी श्योर, सो मैंने 2 को भी एनसर्कल नहीं किया है. जिनको मैं सर्कल करूंगा, दोज विल बी द पीसेस, अदर्स विल बी डाउटफुल. ओके. व्हाट इफ आई टेक 3 kilograms? नाउ व्हाट कैन आई डू? बाय यूजिंग 1 and 3, अब 2 नहीं है, 1 and 3, व्हाट कैन आई डू? आई कैन मेजर 1, ऑफ कोर्स. आई कैन मेजर 2. कैसे? 3 minus 1. मैं एक तरफ रखूंगा पैन के 3, एक तरफ रखूंगा 1, एंड आई विल गेट 2 kilograms, isn't it? एंड सिमिलरली आई कैन जस्ट कीप 3. तो मैं 1 भी कर लिया, मैंने यार 2 भी कर लिया, 3 तो कर ही रहा हूं, और 3 plus 1 में 4 भी कर पा रहा हूं. वाओ. See, so how intelligent I am that I can cover 4 different weights by using 1 and 3 only. But by using 1 and 2, I was able to cover only 3 different weights. That means 2 kg should be avoided and 3 kg is something which we would like to have. Is that clear? Is that clear? आप बोलोगे 4 क्यों नहीं लिया आपने? अगर मैं 4 ले लूंगा तो what will happen? 1 and 4 से I can measure 1, I can measure 4 minus 1, 3, I can measure 4, I can measure 4 plus 1, 5. I'll be missing out on 2 kilograms. That is why I cannot take 4. So 1 and 3 तो हमें लेने ही लेने हैं. Is that clear to everyone? Very good. All right. So now the maximum weight that we can measure by using 1 and 3 is 4. Now the only focus of our life is to measure 5 kilograms, and at the same time we also have an opportunity, or we can say we don't have a limitation that we cannot subtract. ठीक है? So एक काम करते हैं, 4 तक तो आ गया, मेरा मन कर रहा है 5 करने का. 5 किलो मेजर करना है, मेरे पास अभी केवल 3 वेट्स और हैं, and already I have covered till 4. So to measure 5, instead of taking a value of 5, why not I take a value of 9 kilograms, और इस 9 किलोग्राम को मैं पैन के एक तरफ रख के दूसरी तरफ सारे 1 और 3 रख दूंगा, तो I'll get 5. Isn't it? Is that right? अभी किसने 3 minus 2 ले लो, 1 आ रहा है, पर 3 और 2 से 4 नहीं आ रहा ना भाई, 4 नहीं आ रहा. ओके, सो वी ऑलरेडी हैव 4 kilograms. आई वांट टू मेजर 5, तो आई टेक अ 9 ओवर हियर. नाउ लुक एट दिस, बहुत कमाल की बात है. 1 और 3 का इस्तेमाल करके मैं 1, 2, 3, 4 कवर कर सकता हूं, एंड आई कैन ऐड एंड आई कैन ऑल्सो सब्ट्रैक्ट. सो मैं 1, 2, 3, 4 पीछे और आगे कहीं भी जा सकता हूं. इज दैट राइट? तो अगर मैं 4 पीछे गया और 5 लाऊंगा, तो आई विल हैव टू यूज अ वेट दैट इज 9 kilograms. 9 minus 4 is 5. And similarly, I can move 4 steps ahead also. 9 plus 1, 9 plus 2, 9 plus 3, 9 plus 4, I'll move till 13. So by using 1, 3 and 9, I can go till 13. Isn't it? Right? 13 tak I have done. 13 tak I have done. Now my aim is to get 14. And again, as we know that now we are free to move ahead and backwards for 13 integral steps. तो 14 जाने के लिए मैं अगर 27 किलोग्राम का वेट यूज कर लेता हूं, तो 27 minus 13, I'll get to 14. And similarly, 27 plus 13, I can measure till 40. 40. Is that right? Is that clear? अच्छा 7 कैसे आएगा? 9 plus 1 minus 3. एक तरफ रखो 9 और 1 का, एक तरफ 3 रख दो, हो जाएगा. 27 kilograms. Now after this, I hope all of you have already obtained the pattern. We can go till 40. To get a 41, I'll use 81 kilograms. So 81 minus everything preceding, I'll get 41, and I can move 40 ahead and 40 backwards and 40 backwards. So 81 minus 40 is 41. 81 plus 40 is 121, and that is what our entire weight is. Clear? Is that clear? स्वाति assumption नहीं है, fact है. Assumption नहीं है, fact है. अच्छा, ये बात clear हो गई है ना? अभी the last step देखो, 1 plus 3 plus 9 plus 27 से I can move till 40. तो मैं 40 इंटीग्रल स्टेप आगे और पीछे जा सकता हूं. आगे कैसे जाऊंगा? तराजू के एक पैन पे सब कुछ रख के आगे बढ़ूंगा और तराजू के दूसरे पैन पे रख के मैं पीछे जा सकता हूं, है ना? तो अगर मैं 81 किलोग्राम यहां रख दूं और बाकी सब इधर रख दूं जो कि 40 हैं, तो 81 minus 40 will be 41. Is that clear? If I want to calculate 42, तो मैं यहां से एक कम करके यहां भेज दूंगा. यहां से एक कम, यहां एक बढ़ गया. Difference is 2. Right? Yeah, Vidhi, I'll use both English and Hindi. Don't worry about that. Aman. 27 वाला कैसे? सौम्या, what's your answer? 27 क्यों आया? 27 कैसे करोगे? 7 is 9 plus 1 minus 3. 27. Okay. So we have fixed with 1, 3, and 9 already. Now 1 plus 3 plus 9 is 14. So I can move 14 steps backwards and 14 steps forward. Is that clear? Yeah, I'm repeating, Soumya and Riya. I can move 13 steps backward and 13 steps forward. 13 तक I've already cleared, but now to measure 14, जब मैं 13 पीछे जा सकता हूं, तो I'll use a weight which is 13 more than 14, that is 27. So 27 kg if I put in one pan, and if I put everything from 139 in another pan, 27 minus 13, I can measure 14. Similarly, if I have to measure 15, मैं यहाँ का एक उठा के यहाँ रख दूंगा. Is that right? Understood, everyone? I hope this is clear. Yeah. Now look at the pattern. So the thing is, when something like this comes in exam, and because you guys have been taught by me, I'm very boastful about this thing, really boastful. I cannot afford that my students lose even a single mark. Well, 1, 3, 9, 27, 81, what is happening, as we discussed earlier, that any term of the power of 3 is 1 more than 2 times the preceding term. Isn't it? We just discussed that. Similarly, 9 is basically 1 plus 2 times the preceding term. So what is happening over here? Why 2 times is coming? इस बात को मैंने सवाल में कैसे डाला? सवाल कैसे बनाया? The thing is because we have 2 pans over here. Now we have 2 pans over here. So if you look at this, what is happening? Any sum is getting multiplied by 2. So basically, this can be used in both the ways. Here as well as here. Basically, here and there का मतलब हुआ addition and subtraction. That is why we are able to do that. And why this plus 1 is coming? देखो, 1 plus 3 plus 9 is 13 already. So 13 multiplied by 2 plus 1 will be the next term. So 13 can be moved forward and moved backward. And जब एक उसमें ऐड करेंगे, we'll get the next term. Is that clear? So now I hope the things that we did over here have a very logical and visual at the same time. Very, it is high utility for solving questions of parts. Cool. All right. Great. The next one. अभी आप इमेजिनेशन के अगर लेट से 10 स्टेजेस हैं, यू आर एट 3 ओनली, ओनली 3, उसके ऊपर अभी नहीं गए, वहां हम पहुंचेंगे. No, Vidhi, because in powers of 2, you are only allowed to add. As looked at the series, we just add, and the next number is one more than sum of the previous numbers. So we cannot do that over there. Yeah, answer is, of course, answer is, what is the answer? 81 minus 1, that is 80 kg. How many of you got 80 as the answer? 80 आंसर है. 81 minus 1. अब ये कोई बोलने की बात है क्या? 80 है ना? Okay. What is written over here? Brahma Tribhuj, Pascal's triangle. You're welcome, Nishit. Okay, now I would request you all, in case you feel tired and mentally exhausted, have some sips of water and now look at this. Very important. Answer 80 hai. Well, in 17th century, there was a person called Blaise Pascal, one of the famous mathematicians and a computer scientist. उनके कारण काफी कुछ आया computers में. So he did something really beautiful. You know what he did? He just wrote powers of 11. He wrote powers of 11 like this. 11 की power 0 is 1. 11 की power 1 is 11. Power 2 is 121, isn't it? 11 cube is 1331. So he kept on writing numbers like this. 11 power 4 is 14641, and all that stuff. रणवीर, अगर सब्ट्रैक्शन अलाउड है, अगर सब्ट्रैक्शन अलाउड है तो 3 वाला आएगा, नहीं है तो 2 वाला आएगा. As simple as that. Rakesh Chan, you wrote something which I cannot understand. कुपल है, मैंने 11 की पार्ट्स बताया था, बट इसके कितने एप्लीकेशन हुआ समझोगे आप. Well, so how is this forming? Let us understand that part. Look at my fingers. Look at my fingers. I'll just use this, V. I'll make a V, a V for vendetta, and I'll put it anywhere. So if I put it here, 1 plus 1, जो fingers की tip पे है, what has just happened? Okay, जो fingers की tip पे है, those will be added, और नीचे आके vertex पे उनका sum लिख जाएगा. So as you can see here, just change the ink. 1 plus 1 becomes 2. Similarly, 2 plus 1 becomes 3. 3 plus 3 becomes 6. 1 plus 3 becomes 4. So if someone wants to write the next number, 1 plus 4 will be 5. 4 plus 6 will be 10. 6 plus 4 will be 10. And so on. And why we have 1 in these limbs? Why? Because अब यहाँ पे 1 कैसे आया? 1 plus nothing. When there is nothing, nothing is known as 0 in mathematics. So 1 plus 0 is 1, isn't it? So this is how you can get the Pascal's triangle. Is that right? Is that clear? यहाँ तक कोई समस्या किसी को? No? And this thing will be used even in the next class, it is functions and graphs. In functions, I'll be using this again. Okay, so just focus on it properly. Now what is happening? Something great is happening over here. Let me show that to you. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1331, 14641, and so on. Now look at this, and you'll be highly surprised. X plus y का whole square क्या होता है? X square plus 2xy plus y square. This is something which all of you know. X square plus 2x plus y square. X plus y का whole cube क्या होता है? X cube plus 3x square y plus 3xy square plus y cube, isn't it? Right? Rishika, it works. Just have to, shift this. Rishika, it was 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. So you have to, retain the units digit and shift everything to left. Okay? That is 2xy. So this is something which we already know. Now, if I compare this with this, look at this. What are the coefficients? 1, 2, and 1, isn't it? Here, what are the coefficients? 1, 3, 3, and 1, isn't it? Isn't it? Is that right? ये बताओ, आपको दिख रहे हैं कोफिशिएंट सेम है यार? वो 2xy है, वो सब मत देखो, वो ठीक है, those simple things. Look at this. Coefficients 1, 2, 2, 1, then all that stuff is happening over here. So there is something I just want to tell you. When you were kids, little kids, at that time when you have to cram the formula for x plus y whole square, did it in different ways, x plus y whole cube, बड़ी problem हुआ करती थी उस time पे. But this comes from the Pascal's triangle. That is what I wanted to show you. Comes from Pascal's triangle. If I want to write x plus y to the power 4, तो क्या मिलेगा? X to the power 4 plus 4x cube y plus 6x square y square. It now, because this is very logical, right? This is very logical. Now, all the identities are present over here, but there's something which you must have missed when you were little kids because you wanted to cram and mug up everything, right? Does that happen with you? Now here, we can do it this way. Well, now the problem is, we can get the coefficients from this. How do we get these terms? That is the problem. So these terms, if you see, the power of x starts from 4, ends at 0. 4, 3, 2, 1, power 0 is basically nothing. Right? Is that right? Similarly, power of y is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes or no? So basically what happens, the power, sum of powers is always equal to the order of the expression. So x plus y to the power 4, if we do this 4 will be sum of all the powers if you see. Okay? So the first term ka power will decrease and second term ka power will increase. All right? Is that clear? Well, this is something which is, a part of Pascal's triangle. So looking at the rows, we can find the coefficients of any binomial expansion. This is known as binomial expansion. All right. Now someone asked me that how to find the power of 11 to a 5. There's some problem, So it was like this: 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. So 1 remains, 5 remains. Here we have 2 digits, only 1 is allowed. 0 remains, 1 goes to carry forward. 1 plus 10 is 11. 1 remains, 1 goes to carry forward. 1 plus 5 is 6. And this is how, it happens. Just carry forward that. All right? राहुल समझ में अभी आ गया? So this is the query to, someone asked me this query. कैरी फॉरवर्ड किया है, 0 रुका, 1 यहाँ गया, 1 + 10 11 बना, 11 का 1 रुका, 1 कैरी फॉरवर्ड हो गया तो 6 बना, एंड सो ऑन. वेल, स्वाति अभी क्लियर हो जाएगा. Okay. Now one more thing. The things I'm telling you are essentially they are very logical and they are actually shortcuts. So we have studied what we studied, the rows. So what are rows? Rows are basically the coefficients of any binomial expansion, right? अब हम बात करते हैं diagonals की. Now, are you guys getting it? Do not lose focus. Rows are basically the binomial coefficients. Now, if we look at the diagonals, what do we get? Diagonals, what do we get? This is basically, I would say, this is the beginning of number system, right? Beginning of natural numbers, all are 1. This is basically natural numbers, yes or no? And this is the sum of natural numbers, right? पहले नंबर का सम क्या है? 1. पहले 2 का सम क्या है? 1 + 2 is 3. 1 + 2 + 3 is 6. 1 + 2 + 3 + 4 is 10. What is this? Sum of natural numbers. 2 times sum. This is called the second order sum. All right. So ये क्या हुआ है? ये क्या है? 1 + 3. So if you look at this, 1, I'll just use a different ink. 1 + 2 is 3. 1 + 2 + 3 is 6. Similarly, 1 + 3 is 4. 1 + 3 + 6 is 10. And so on. Right? This is happening. Take some time to absorb this information. And tell me, do you find this to be very beautiful, this pattern? ऐसा हो रहा है. शुभेंदु अच्छे से बनाओ. इसलिए मैंने वो V वाला बात की थी. ऐसे करोगे तो सही बनेगा. This 4 is 1 + 3, Riya. This 10 is 1 + 3 + 6. देखो हो क्या रहा है, किसी भी डायगोनल में इफ यू आर मूविंग डाउनवर्ड्स तो होता क्या है, जो भी होगा वो पिछले वाले इनका सम होगा, राइट? हमेशा ऐसा होगा. ट्राइंगल हैज नो डायगोनल्स. यार डायगोनल की बात नहीं है, बेसिकली डायगोनल डायरेक्शन की बात है ना. होप यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट. Okay, so this is something which we have understood. Now, there's more to it, which I'll talk about when we're doing functions and graphs, and then permutations and combinations. So Brahma Tribhuj is something which will create a link between Pascal's triangle and permutations and combinations. We'll go there, but in the class of permutations and combinations. All right, so you don't have to forget this. Today we did 2 parts of Pascal's triangle. The rows are basically the coefficients of binomial expansion, and diagonals are basically, this is how the numbers have started. All right. Cool. Now let us do a question based on this. What is the sum of the first 5 terms of the sequence 1, 3, 6, 10, 15? Of course, you can just add them up, but can you do this by using the triangle? Harsha, there's more to it. In fact, I tell you something, because if I talk more about it, it won't be relevant to cat. That is why I'm limiting myself. There's one thing which will be there in permutations and combinations class. So how to solve this? By using the same thing. Just make the triangle. Look at this. In fact, at one point of time, this triangle would go into your mind directly. 1, 3, 6, 10, 15. भाई देखो इस वाले की बात हो रही है, याद है ना? 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, 1. 1, 7, 21, 35, 35, 21, 7, 1. Let's stop here. So they have asked to calculate the sum from 1 to 15. 1 plus 3 plus 6 plus 10 plus 15. Drop किया यहाँ पे, 35 is the answer. Is that clear? Sum of natural numbers. Is that clear? Okay, we will do some more approaches to solve the same question. इसको बोलते हैं हायर ऑर्डर एपीज, पर कितने सिंपली हमने कर लिया है इसको. Well, now comes the binomial theorem. Binomial theorem. There are okay. Who discovered this theorem? Any idea? चलो जल्दी से बताओ. Who discovered this theorem? Who discovered this theorem? रणवीर ऐड कर सकते हैं, ऑफ कोर्स. मुझे दिखाना था आपको कि वो ट्रायंगल का इस्तेमाल कैसे हो रहा है. जस्ट दैट्स इट, नथिंग एल्स. यू कैन ऐड, ऑफ कोर्स. सर आइजैक न्यूटन, राइट. इट वाज सर आइजैक न्यूटन. Very good. Newton did almost everything. So, sorry, Newton. So there's one way to, understand this theorem. And a lot of you who are engineers and from science background, they already know what is that. But today I'll tell you a different approach to come to this theorem, an approach which I created. So this is for the people who feel they are bad in mathematics. Are you ready for it? Harsha, we'll go there, step by step. All right. Till the time sequences series is properly done, we won't stop. Okay. Well, so I'll just explain one simple thing to you. In the entire world, there are two things. If There's no sound. Nothing about this. Um, if I want someone to explain the entire world to me, then the world can be, सबसे सिंपल तरीका क्या है किसी वर्ल्ड को डिस्क्राइब करने के लिए, दुनिया डिस्क्राइब करने के लिए सबसे सिंपल तरीका, इफ आई यूज ओनली टू वर्ड्स, कैसे करेंगे? आई विल यूज टू डिफरेंट टू कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी वर्ड्स विच विल एनकम्पास एवरीथिंग. आई कैन से दुनिया क्या है? दुनिया इज डार्क एंड लाइट, है ना? गुड एंड इवल, राइट? प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स, लिविंग एंड नॉन लिविंग थिंग्स, happiness and sadness. So basically, we can define the entire world by using two contradictory words in one. That is, in English, it is called oxymoron. That's a figure of speech, right? Is that clear? Yin yang, as Bhavya said. So that is world. World can also be, like humanity can also be represented as men and women, isn't it? Right? Dibanshu, ये क्या था? Lot of stars. Ones and zeros. Right. Visible, invisible. Very good. So, all these things, land, water. So, basically, men and women. So, we have a man and we have a woman. These are signs of men and women. In case you don't know, in sociology, these are symbols of men and women. So, what happens? Anything in this world has got a definite amount. उसके ऊपर कुछ हो नहीं सकता. So a man and woman, what happens? The highest order of, let's say I'm talking about love, for example, relationship. For example, the highest order of love, highest amount of love which one can have for other, let it be n. Let that be n. Okay. This is interesting. This is, my way of understanding binomial theorem. When I was thinking about this, and afterwards, when I grew up, I realized that binomial theorem is talking about the same thing. Just it was x and y. Well, so following the evolutionary pattern of courtship, everywhere we have patterns. What is courtship? Courtship is basically a male trying to propose to a female. That is courtship. In some species, the courtship pattern is reversed, like females are the ones who propose, as in seahorse. Right? पता नहीं बात ये. तो होता क्या है? Now all of you can relate to it. It happens majorly. There are some deviations, of course, because we humans try to deviate from everything. So what happened? What happens over here? The male looks at a female, a guy looks at a girl, and he dreams about her and he thinks everything about her, and the girl doesn't even know about it. So I can say the intensity of his love was n, isn't it? It's so practical and so logical. Intensity of his love for the female was n, but the problem over here is that the total sum can be n, and female is unknown to it, as I said. So female will be having zero intensity because she doesn't even know things are happening like this. And in case, if someone is from UP, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, they might be able to understand that there are instances when people thrash each other, males fight over a girl, and girl doesn't even know about that. Okay? Then what happens? Somehow, girls look at him, smiles, girl's intensity becomes 1, male becomes secure, and एक कम उसका हो ही जाएगा because he's secure now. Now you can understand, start talking, थोड़ा और कम होगा, इधर बढ़ेगा. Ultimately, these things keep on happening. And the middle term is something. जब दोनों बराबर हो जाएंगे, both will be having n/2 each. That is the point when they are equally balanced, and that is what all feminists talk about. कि सबको मेल फीमेल को बराबर अपॉर्चुनिटी दो. So entire culture, entire society, history, evolution, everything can be represented mathematically. That is what I wanted to tell over here, and this is what binomial theorem also tells. इसके आगे बढ़ोगे प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी कि एक दिन मेल चला जाएगा और फीमेल की इंटेंसिटी हाईएस्ट हो जाएगी. So this is the crux of binomial theorem, and this theorem actually represents everything which is happening in this world. All right. So now, as you know, as you can see, if I replace this by x and this by y in binomial theorem, what was happening in the previous case? In the previous case, the power of x was n, power of y was 0. The next element, power of x was n minus 1, y was 1, and so on. And the coefficients can be obtained by looking at the Pascal's triangle. Right? This is my interpretation of binomial theorem. Now let us write what Newton wrote. So x plus y to the power n is equal to n c0, x की पावर n, y की पावर 0. इसे देख के डरना नहीं है, बहुत सिंपल हो रहा है ये. Right? All right. मुझे लगता है कि तुम लोग को मैथ सब जिसको खराब लगती है उसे खराब लगना बंद हो जाएगी. लोग बोलेंगे यार मैथमेटिक्स से तो अच्छा कुछ है ही नहीं. Maths is basically arts, it's not science. All right, so now to contract all of this, here comes our lovely symbol sigma, summation, sigma. आर्यन आएंगे यूज पे, रुक जाओ, इतनी जल्दीबाजी क्यों रहती है? समझ तो लो. x की पावर n minus r, y की पावर r, and here we have ncr, so r starts from 0 and ends at n. बाइनोमियल थ्योरम का यूज तो है ही है हमारे इसमें. ये जो पर्सपेक्टिव था इसका इस्तेमाल इसलिए कि बिकॉज यू माइट बी फ्रॉम मैथ्स बैकग्राउंड बट सम पीपल आर नॉट, सो जस्ट टू मेक देम इमेजिन एंड अंडरस्टैंड, आई एम डूइंग दिस. ऑलराइट. कॉम्बिनेशंस कैसे आ गया खुशबू? यहीं पे इसको अभी हम रोकेंगे इस चीज़ को, एंड वी विल बिकॉज इज पार्ट ऑफ सीक्वेंस इन सीरीज, दिस विल गो टू पीएनसी, एंड दैट्स व्हाई आई सेड Pascal's triangle और इसको दोनों याद रखना है, so that we can, when we go to PNC, we are able to understand this really well. All right? ठीक है. कैसे है तो combination? Just to make you understand, what is combination? Out of n objects, we are selecting r objects. जैसे मैंने कहा था कि शुरुआत में यहाँ पे n था, इधर 0 था, बाद में n minus 1 हुआ, यहाँ 1 हुआ. So basically what is happening? Out of n objects, we are selecting, let's say 2 objects. तो n minus 2 चला जाएगा यहाँ पे with the male and 2 चला जाएगा with the female. That is why NCR is used. So out of 5 things, 2 चीजें तुम्हें select करनी है, मेल को देनी है, बाकी 3 देनी है फीमेल को. तो 5 में से 2 चीजें select करने के तरीके कितने होंगे? 5C2. Is that clear? Out of 5 ways, we can select 2. Out of 5, we can select 2 in 5C2 ways. And that is by combination. So any particular term, for example, this term can be made in NC1 ways. This term can be made in NC2 ways. I hope that is clear. All right. Okay. Now comes a very interesting, some interesting observations. First is sigma of 1. So I am defining all these sequences in terms of x. In terms of x. Sigma 1 will be equal to x. मैं x variable use कर रहा हूँ. Sigma 1 is also always x. Second, sigma x is equal to x times x plus 1 whole upon 2. Sigma x क्या है? ये sum of natural numbers 1 plus 2 plus 3 and so on. ठीक है? Third, sigma of x square, it is summation of squares. This is equal to x multiplied by x plus 1 multiplied by 2x plus 1 whole upon 6. There's one more, this is very important, that is summation of cubes. This will be equal to x multiplied by x plus 1 whole upon 2 ka whole square. Okay, so note this down. This is very important to solve the miscellaneous sequences and arithmetico-geometric progressions. आर्यन अच्छा एक बात और, कितने लोग का बाइनोमियल थ्योरम हो चुका है ऑलरेडी? आई थिंक बैच 1 का हो चुका होगा. आप लोग बाइनोमियल पे क्वेश्चंस किए हैं या नहीं किए हैं? इफ यू हैवंट डन क्वेश्चन बाइनोमियल थ्योरम देन यू हैव मिस्ड समथिंग एंड इट्स ऑलराइट बिकॉज आफ्टर दिस batch is over, we are starting with a crash course in which we'll be doing huge workshops, brilliant questions, and everything under CAT will be covered then. You haven't done questions on binomial theorem. That is why probably Aryan was saying, what's the use of it? इसके use है. We'll do that. प्रियांशुल, हाँ, मैथमेटिकल इंडक्शन से भी कर सकते हैं और डिस्क्रीट इंटीग्रेशन भी कर सकते हैं, बट समथिंग which of course we won't do in CAT, but इंडक्शन से हम exactly कर सकते हैं. Well, so let us do the first question. Look at this. Imran, चलो कोई बात नहीं. Okay, now look at this. Find the sum of the first 10 terms of the series. देखो क्या series है, कितनी गंदी लग रही है. 3 into 2 square, 4 into 3 square and so on. चलो भाई जल्दी से करते हैं. I just noticed that only guys are responding, girls have gone. Or maybe they are there, they don't know. What happened? Contribute equally in comment section. अभी हम क्या कर रहे हैं? पैटर्न्स का काम कर रहे हैं. So I'm observing a pattern and this pattern is not looking good to me. Problem is pattern में. It should come from, equally from both the forces. Oh, Apur, that was such a nice comment. This comment of the session. Intensity is slowly increasing. Now you're talking like me. Nice. Okay, चलो सॉल्व करते हैं इसको. अब देखो सब लोग सॉल्व करने का तरीका क्या है. First of all, we'll have to generalize this expression. Okay, so the first term is 3 and here we have 2 square. So if I use, if I use n as we discussed, we have been discussing from quite a long, from long period of time that when we use n, it starts with 1. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Summation, sigma. If I use sigma, then n starts with 1. सबको ये बात याद है? Yes or no? जल्दी से बोलो. So if I use n, the counter is 1. Everybody knows this. We have discussed this. N. Okay. So somehow, if I put 1 in the general term, I should get 3 multiplied by 2 square. So I can do one thing. I can write n plus 2. I put 1 here, I'll get 3. Right? ध्यान से देखना सब लोग कितने अच्छे से हम इसे कर सकते हैं. Second and third batch specifically. Look at this. If I want to have 3 by using 1 plus 2, I have written n plus 2. ये पहला टर्म मिल गया. सेकेंड टर्म के लिए that is n plus 1 का whole square. All the terms are like this. So if you start putting n as 1, you will get first term. If you put n as 2, you will get second term and so on. Yes or no? Is this clear? ये बन गया हमारा general term. So a general term is n plus 2 multiplied by n plus 1 whole square. All right. Arithmetic progression तो है नहीं है कि देखते जनरल टर्म बता दो, और ना ही ये जीपी है. Okay, so this is general term. Now, and why sigma? Because they want us to find the sum. Let us expand the brackets. N plus 2, this will be n square plus 2n plus 1. Again expanding again, we have to multiply. So we'll get n cube plus 2n square plus n plus 2n square plus 4n plus 2. Just check with the calculations. N cube plus 4n square plus 5n plus 2. Is that right? Very good, Kopal. Is that right? Expect a question like this in CAT. ये मैंने कैलकुलेशन सही किया है ना? Okay. Now summation we have to, so if this is sigma, so this sigma will be applied across the expression. So we'll be having sigma of n cube plus the constant can be taken outside. So you'll get 4 sigma n square plus 5 sigma n plus 2 sigma 1. Right? Okay. After that, as you know, n cube का summation क्या था? सबने लिखा हुआ है, sum of cubes. We'll get n times n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 whole upon 6. Then 4 times, I'm so sorry, I wrote for squares. All right. So first is cube. N times n plus 1 whole upon 2 ka whole square plus 4 times, right, n plus 1 to n plus 1 whole upon 6. Sigma n kya hai? N into n plus 1 by 2 and plus 2 sigma 1, as you know, is n only. So we'll get 2n. Is this step clear? I did not have much space, so ये एक ही line है, अलग line नहीं है. Right? Sushmita, I just told you how to identify general term. बोला था मैंने कि n1 रखने पे मुझे ये मिलना चाहिए 3n2 square. It was simple. But yes, Sushmita, the problem arises when you cannot actually look at this. इतना क्या पता इतना simple हो ही ना. ये simple था. भाई 1 में 2 ऐड किया, 3 मिल गया and all that stuff. है ना? ये simple था, but complex चीजें आ सकती हैं, हम वहां भी जाएंगे. All right? No, Shubhendu, it's not just observation. There can be problems. We'll go to that. अभी यहाँ तक clear है? Just have to put first 10 terms निकालने. Just put 10 over here and get the answer. Is that clear? Priya, are you there? Normally she talks a lot, but today she is silent. And some people who talk a lot when they are silent, it seems out of pattern. Everything is based on patterns, right? Well, yeah, that can be done. Sai, exactly, that can be done. And in fact, we can take common. We can take things common to avoid calculations. For example, n into n plus 1 by 2 is common across all these things, right? So we can have n into n plus 1 by 2 from the first. From the second, we can have 4 n into n plus 1 by 2 bahar nikal chuka hai. So 4 by 3 times 2n plus 1, just to avoid a lot of calculation. Then we'll be having 2 bahar nikal chuka hai, we'll be having only 5. Close this, and end may we can have 2n. So this will be easier. Let's put 10 here. We'll get 10 multiplied by 11 whole upon 2. 10 multiplied by 11 whole upon 2, 4 by 3. 2 tens are, so we get 21 plus 5, bracket closed, plus 2 times 10 is 20. Is that clear? Is that clear? Okay. You'll get 55 मैं बहुत जल्दी कैलकुलेट करता हूँ तो यू नो स्पीड अप. 55 again, 3, 7, 4s are 28. We have 5 here, then we have 20. Now, if we solve this, 55 plus 28 plus 5 is 88. So we'll get 55 times 88 plus 20. This is what we'll get. All right? Now, if I solve this, I think I'll get 4840, if I'm not wrong. Plus 20 is 4860. Rohit, last term is 2, but summation of sigma of 2 is 2n, right? याद है? Sigma 1 is always 2. हाँ विजय, करना तो होगा. बात क्या है कि आपकी स्पीड अगर बहुत, ये इतना मैं समझा रहा हूँ ना, ये 2 मिनट का काम है. 2 मिनट्स ओनली, ज़्यादा नहीं है. जस्ट 2 मिनट्स. ठीक है. पुष्पेंद्र सेम किया, वेरी गुड, परफेक्ट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. ये देखो, 1 स्क्वायर प्लस 2 स्क्वायर टिल n स्क्वायर इन द न्यूमरेटर. डिनोमिनेटर में हमें ये मिल रहा है. वी तो फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ m. नो नवीन, देयर इज नो अदर मेथड अनफॉर्चुनेटली. बट एक बात तो श्योर है ना इसमें. एक बात देखो, एक बात, एक इसमें ना बहुत अच्छी सिल्वर लाइनिंग है बिहाइंड दी डार्क क्लाउड्स. आई टेल यू व्हाट, अगर अलजेब्रा तुमको आ गई तो सही ही करोगे, गलत नहीं करोगे. एरिथमेटिक ज्योमेट्री में प्रॉब्लम क्या है, ज्योमेट्री आने के बाद भी ना हमें समझने इतने इतने ज़्यादा अप्रोचेज हैं, वी आर नॉट वेरी श्योर. एरिथमेटिक कैन बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट. अलजेब्रा क्या है, अलजेब्रा अगर आपको आ गई तो वो ना डिफिकल्ट होगी ना इजी होगी, वो सिंपल एक फैक्ट बेस्ड होगी. जस्ट पुट इन द वैल्यूज, गेट द आंसर, दैट्स इट. सो डू यू बिलीव इन दिस? एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई एम फोकसिंग अ लॉट ऑन अलजेब्रा. 6-7 सवाल आएंगे और पहले 10 मिनट में ही सही हो जाएंगे. सो 50% तो आप पहले 10 मिनट में ही क्रॉस कर दोगे. In fact, when I attempt CAT, like people have different strategies. They glance at paper, try करेंगे आया कि नहीं आया. I do not do that. मैं सिर्फ एक काम करता हूँ, जहां देखा अलजेब्रा वहां मैंने कर दिया. उत्कर्ष, हाँ आनी चाहिए, मैं आने के बाद ही बोल रहा हूँ ऑफ कोर्स. तो जैसे अगर लेट से 22 क्वेश्चन है, 6 अलजेब्रा के, तो मैं पहले 6 शुरुआत के 5 मिनट में ही कर दूंगा. आपके लिए 10 मिनट मान लेते हैं. Ayushi, very good. Algebra is easier. So, and you will always get 100% algebra. In first 10 minutes, you have already scored better than 50% of CAT takers. We'll talk about strategy. Let the course finish in October. We'll be talking about these things. All right. क्या आंसर है यहाँ पे? जल्दी बताओ. What is the answer? राउंड रॉबिन खेलते हो. किसी का आंसर नहीं आ रहा आज, क्या बात है? दिवांशु अब पसंद आ जाएगा. जल्दी से आंसर बताओ तुम लोग. Archesman got m is equal to 10. Okay. Archesman, how did I solve it? Yeah, YouTube guys, I'm here. Hardik Pandya, good evening. Yeah, Hardik, this is live. Some people on YouTube. Hardik, yeah. Suraj Joner not able to break. Okay, I'll tell you how to do that. Don't worry. Yeah, Hardik, of course, there are things, and I'll recommend you to, go on the website, and there you can look at the courses available. Exactly. So, Utkarsh, that was really smart. 1 to 2m का जो sum होगा, that will be 485 plus 385. Right. Rishabh, yeah, that's the thing. See, this 385 upon 2485, we can already, we can kind of cancel the 5 wala factors. 5 wale, factors, multiples we can cancel out. But we haven't done it, right? That is one thing. So there is high possibility that the ratio is not given. That is one thing. Moreover, we can just use the formula for sum of squares and equate this to this and just justify whether this is a ratio or not. Right, Rishabh? You got that? By the face of it, it looks like it's not a ratio, but of course, we can just solve for numerator and Try to justify whether it is a ratio or not. Got it? Okay, well, look at this. So the sum of here squares will be equal to n into n plus 1, 2n plus 1 whole upon 6. Now look at this, everyone. Whole upon, I can use it here as well. So how many terms do we have here, have over here? We have this one thing we have to keep in mind. Can I say, can I say that this, I can write this is basically 2m terms minus, like sum of 2m terms minus sum of n terms. Can I say that or not? Can I say this? As you can see over here, this is 1 to n, and the next term, that is n plus 1, is starting in the denominator. That means the denominator can be rephrased as sum of 2m terms minus sum of n terms. Is that clear or not to everyone? Anshi, is that clear? Rishabh, is that clear? Cool. Let's do that then. Okay, so what I can do over here? Now, if I say that this thing is sum of this thing is basically sum of 2m terms minus sum of n terms. Now look at this. This is going to be very creative. So I can write n multiplied by n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 whole upon 6, that is the numerator, whole upon, and here I want to have sum of 2m terms only, and this thing is sum of n terms. So what if I want to remove, what if I add this here, then sum of n terms will be eliminated, yes or no? If I add numerator to the denominator, then the sum of n terms will directly be eliminated, right? Okay, I'll explain that again. Let me make it simple. Okay. Sigma n square whole upon sigma of 2m square minus sigma of n square is equal to 385 upon 2485. Is this step clear? Now this is simple. Now this will look simple, isn't it? Hardik, do you get this now? Imran, is this clear? Now I'll do something, very creative over here. I can write sigma n square whole upon sigma of 2m square. If I want to have only this, my aim of life is now my aim of life is to eliminate this sigma n square. Rishabh will come to that. Wait. We'll come to that. Sigma n square. So if I add the numerator to the denominator, sigma n square will get cancelled. So if I'm doing this on the left hand side, I'll have to do the same on the right hand side. So I can write this as 385 whole upon 2485 plus 385. Is that right? Is that right? Okay. So now whatever we get over here, just cancel it out, simplify, and then cross multiply, and you'll get the answer. Clear? रश्मि, why add? क्योंकि नीचे subtraction है ना रश्मि. इमरान, आई एम नॉट टेकिंग सम ऑफ टर्म्स इज 385. नो, वो आइडिया छोड़ दिया हमने. ओके, नाउ वी आर जस्ट कैलकुलेटिंग द रेशियो एंड देन क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाइंग. सो डू दैट एंड टेल मी द आंसर. द आंसर इज 10 एक्चुअली. Imran, are you spamming? What happened, Imran? And she cannot do it like that. Just do it the way it's written here. डिनोमिनेटर में सबट्रैक्शन कैसे हुआ? अच्छा, ये समझो. ये क्या है? 1 स्क्वायर प्लस 2 स्क्वायर टिल n स्क्वायर. अगर ये सीरीज और आगे जाती क्या होता? n+1 का स्क्वायर, n+2 का स्क्वायर एंड सो ऑन, जो कि नीचे दिया हुआ है. ये बात सही है? सबट्रैक्शन नीचे क्यों? क्लियर हो गया ना? इमरान, क्या समझनी है? वो क्या कर दिया? उसको बराबर नहीं किया. कहाँ किया हमने? हमने किया ही नहीं. लुक एट दिस. दिस स्टेप इज क्लियर और नॉट? इमरान भाई, स्क्रीन हंग है क्या पीछे? काफी आगे बढ़ चुका है. ऋषभ, you have taken 3 variables. C is variable over there. इसलिए वो नहीं हो रहा. Right, Rishabh? Okay. Now look at this. Sigma n square whole upon sigma 2m का स्क्वायर है. 2 स्क्वायर बाहर निकाल लेते हैं. 4 sigma m square. This is equal to 385. ऐड करने पे क्या आएगा इन दोनों को? 2870. 2870. Let us cancel this out. We can cancel this 5, 77. Right? And then 7, 11, 77. 11 by 82 is what we get over here. पहले मुझे ये बताओ, ऋषभ, इमरान, आप लोग का ये पार्ट क्लियर हुआ कि नहीं हुआ? यहां तक क्लियर है? समझ गए अभी? इमरान, आप भी समझ गए इस बात को? दिस इज नॉट द एंड. सिग्मा ऑफ एन स्क्वायर होल अपॉन सिग्मा ऑफ एम स्क्वायर, ये 4 है, इसको भेज सकता हूं मैं वहां पे. सो आई विल गेट 22 अपॉन 41, राइट? दिस इज व्हाट वी गेट. अभी क्लियर हो गया? ओके. मुझे लग रहा है अभी थोड़ा माइंड थोड़ा सा वैसा ब्लॉक हो गया है क्या? बहुत ज़्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन ओवरलोड हो गया? अभिमन्यु 44 को काट दिया मैंने 2 से. बहुत सिंपल चीज़ थी, वो समझ नहीं आ रही थी, राइट? जल्दी सॉल्व कर लो इसको. या सो नाउ यू हैव 2 minutes एंड देन वील डू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. फटाफट बता दो. इसका आगे बताऊं मैं, या हो जाएगा? जल्दी से कर लेते हैं. ऐसा होता है, बहुत से नंबर्स, बहुत एक्सप्रेशन देख लिया आप लोगों ने, तो सिंपल बातें करना मुश्किल होती है, बट कोई बात नहीं. गहरी सांस लेनी है, छोटा सा पानी का घूंट लेना है और आगे सॉल्व करना है. सो इफ यू एक्सपैंड दिस, यू विल गेट n इंटू एन प्लस वन इंटू 2n+1 होल अपॉन 6. ऊपर भी आएगा नीचे भी आएगा, तो मैं इसे कैंसिल कर देता हूँ, लिखता ही नहीं हूँ. अब ये बोलना ये कैसे हुआ? अभी आप लोग जो सवाल पूछ रहे हो बहुत ही वियर्ड सवाल है वो. समझ में आ गया ना? इज होल अपॉन 6 in numerator as well as denominator. Right? Clear? 6 लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. Now we can just compare, we can just compare these things. क्या आ गया? पूरा सॉल्व करूं मैं? ओके. चलो अब ये बताओ मुझे कि what kind of number is 41? 41 is a prime number, isn't it? 41 is a prime number. इसको फैक्टराइज करना इम्पॉसिबल है. इम्पॉसिबल है, isn't it? बहुत ध्यान से सुनना इस बात को. 41 इज अ प्राइम नंबर. इसको सॉल्व करना इम्पॉसिबल है. ओके. No, no, Naveen, it's not lengthy. I'm giving you time. बीच में ना this question we took like 10 minutes. केवल एक ही तरीका बचता है 41 लाने का कि मैं इस नंबर को ही 41 मान लूं क्योंकि ये 2m+1 के फॉर्म में है. 2m+1 के फॉर्म में है. सो एट m is equal to 20, what is the denominator? It's 20 multiplied by 21 multiplied by 41. Is that right? Is that right? Just have to put in the values and check whether we are getting it correct or not. So 20 into 21 into 41 is what we have in the left hand side of denominator. Numerator में क्या होना चाहिए? Here we have on the right hand side we 22 upon 41. So this is 41. So ideally 20 multiplied by 21 should be cancelled out. तभी हमें right hand side में 22 upon 41 मिलेगा. ये बात सही है? Is that correct? Is that correct? Okay. कैसे कर सकते हैं? 21. So if I want this to be 21, I'll just put n is equal to 10. 21 बन जाएगा, ये 11 और ये 10. So on the left hand side of the numerator, this is what we want to have. But if I put 10, I'll get 10 multiplied by 11 multiplied by 21 whole upon 20 multiplied by 21 multiplied by 41. And here we have got our answer. Cool. टाइम अप होने वाला है और सवाल बचे हुए हैं. ये इस सवाल को पूरा सॉल्व करने की जरूरत नहीं है. जस्ट टेल मी व्हाट इज द जनरल टर्म. जस्ट टेल मी दैट एंड विल मूव अहेड. Tell the general term and we'll move ahead. या तो 1 2 3 4 है. वेरी सिंपल. तो n तो आएगा ही आएगा. And we'll be having n+2. So it is basically n into n+2 का whole square. And to solve it, you can put in summation sigma and you'll get the answer. Right? Is that clear? Perfect. Very good. नहीं हार्दिक, वो नीचे 2870 हमने ऐड किया इसलिए ऐसा आया. राइट? प्रोबेबली यू मिस दैट स्टेप. वो 385 ऐड करने पे वैसा आया. हमने ऐड क्यों किया? बिकॉज वी हैड टू कैंसिल आउट सिग्मा n स्क्वायर. ओके, दिस थिंग इज ऑल्सो क्लियर. फटाफट आगे बढ़ते हैं. पार्शियल फ्रैक्शन. सो गाइज, ऑलरेडी वी हैव क्रॉस 9 का टाइम लिमिट, बट आई एम रेडी टू फिनिश दिस अप. आर यू रेडी for this partial fractions? Let us do it directly by the help of a question. And then this thing will be over. Okay, you ready? Very good. I like it. चलो जल्दी से करते हैं. So partial fractions, I'll directly do it by using by this question. Look at this question. I think batch 1 guys would be comfortable in this, but if you are not, I'll just show something to you. अच्छा ये है क्या? 1/3 है, then 1/15 है. So can I write it 1 into 1/3 and 15 as 1/3 into 5 and 35 as 1/5 into 7 and so on till 1/99 multiplied by 101. Yes or no? Can I do that? Can I do this? Is that clear? This thing is clear. Now, partial fractions, I think people who have studied mathematics in 11th and 12th, they know it already. But in case you have forgotten, let me just show you something. I'll directly do partial fraction in my mind. In mind also we can do that. Look at this. Instead of taking a long route, let us take the short route. So whenever you have something like this, what is the gap here? The gap is 2. The gap is 2 in all the cases. Yes or no? The gap is 2. Can I write 1 upon 1 into 3 as 1 by 1 minus 1 by 3 whole multiplied by half? Can this be done? Right? तुरंत हो गया ये. Similarly, 1 by 3 multiplied by 5 can be 1 by 2, 1 by 3 minus 1 by 5. This can be done. अंशी, कुछ प्रॉब्लम था क्या उसमें? एक बार कैलकुलेशन चेक कर लेना. और ओके अंशी, just check the calculation once. Kopal, Ashray and Anshi. There's some still the issue, just comment there. I'll post the solution. Okay. चलो ये वाला कर लेते हैं फटाफट. तो सिंपली हो गया. सो व्हाट वी कैन डू ओवर हियर, जो भी गैप होगा उसको तुम बाहर निकाल दो in these terms and then write the fractions as this. So we can write 1 by 2 outside and inside we can have 1 by 1 minus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 5 and so on. In the end, you will get 1 by 99 minus 1 by 101. This is what you will get in the end. Now look at this. Every term is getting cancelled. What is left? The first and the last term. The first and the last term. So we'll be having 1 by 2 into 1 minus 1 by 101. If you solve it, you'll get A. Okay. So this has to be kept in mind. So whenever you get any kind of gap, so I'll just generalize this. लिख लिया इसको सबने? Okay. Now if I generalize this, if I have something like this, 1 upon n into n plus k, 1 upon 1, just a minute. So this can be, just generalize it. Whenever you get something like this, directly solve it. 1 by k outside and in the bracket 1 by n minus 1 by n plus k. Cool. So this is a generalization of partial fractions. Just note this down. This will be applicable everywhere. Clear? Noted? Just type yes and we'll move ahead. Dhanishtha, so how did I break like that? Because, I saw that if I'm breaking anything, this basically, the factors are at an interval of 2, right? So when I saw 9999, I realized it has to be multiple of 99 at a gap of 2. So, this is kind of very simple, right? Dhanishtha, you got that? We just have to identify the value of k. Once we do that, we can solve any kind of question. Next one. Pattern recognition is something which I want to tell. Well, before that, let's solve this question. Okay. Quickly. How would we do this? Just type your comments, how will we do it, and then we'll directly move ahead. अच्छा एक बार बताओ, पूरी जिंदगी प्रॉब्लम कहाँ पे होती है किसी भी फ्रैक्शन में? जो फ्रैक्शन डिनोमिनेटर काफी गंदा होता है, न्यूमरेटर कितना भी गंदा हो, वी कैन हैंडल इट. या रैशनलाइज इज समथिंग विच वी कैन डू, ऑफ कोर्स. सो लेट अस मल्टीप्लाई एंड डिवाइड द नंबर्स बाय द फर्स्ट बाय √3 - 1, ऊपर नीचे दोनों. So if √3 - 1 से multiply divide करेंगे a plus b into a minus b, everybody knows that a plus b multiplied by a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. That is how we can rationalize the denominators. So √3 का square minus 1 का square आ जाएगा नीचे. Similarly, in the second term we'll be having √5 plus √3 whole upon √5 का square minus √3 का square. Is that clear? And so on. देवी प्रसाद, पार्शियल फ्रैक्शन लगाने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी यहाँ पे, क्योंकि नीचे सबका 2 आ जाएगा, नीचे सारे के सारे 2 आ जाएंगे. राइट. All right. So as you can see, in all the values here, you will get 2 in the denominator, right? See, simple. So you can take 1/2 common. √3 - 1, ये देखो √3 cancel हो जाएगा, √5 cancel होगा. You will be remaining only with this -1 and this √121. So you will get 5 as the answer. Clear? Okay. Everybody got that? Well done. Cool. Next. This. अभिज्ञान इतनी जल्दी कैसे कर लिया यार? Very smart. Second and third batch students. कितने लोगों को सवाल देख के लग रहा है बहुत गंदा है, ये हो नहीं पाएगा? ऐसा कौन सोच रहा है? अभी get from options. Okay. How many of you think that this question is, very weird and it looks ugly? And how many of you think that this question looks beautiful? Ranveer, you think it's ugly? AMGM inequality, Harsha, no, not really. See, इसका पीछे पहले टॉपिक क्या था जो it was pattern recognition, if you paid attention. Riya, what do you think? Me का मतलब क्या था? Ugly or beautiful? Nizam, what was that? All perfect square. Ugly. Okay. Let us make it beautiful. चलो पहला देखते हैं. Sum of 10 terms निकालना है, तो sum of 1 term तो खुद ही पहला टर्म ही जो है वो खुद का सम भी होगा. Sum1, S1 बोल दिया, sum1. ये क्या है? √1 plus 1/1 square plus 1/2 square is 1/4. So if you solve this, 2 plus 1/4, you'll get 9/4, square root बन जाएगा 3/2. Is that clear? Sum 1 is equal to first term itself. ठीक है, आगे देखते हैं एक बार. Let us try to find S2 sum. तो इन दोनों का सम निकालना है हमें, इसका और इसका. तो पहला तो ऑलरेडी 3/2 निकाल ही चुका है. And the second one, if we calculate, we'll get what do we get? 1 plus 1/4 plus 1/9. Now, if you solve this, you'll get 3/2 plus यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? 36. 36 plus 9 plus 4 कितना बन गया ये? 49/36. So we'll get 3/2. Root 49/36 मतलब 7/6 हो गया, isn't it? So 6, 9 plus 7 is 16, which is nothing but 8/3. Is that clear, everyone? आंशी ने 7 by, हाँ आंशी देखो 3/2 plus 7 is 8/3. S1 S2 मिल चुका है. वैसे पता है, टॉकिंग फ्रॉम एक्सपीरियंस, मैं इतने पे ही छोड़ दूंगा इसको S1 S2 करके, बट ऐसा आप मत करना, कम से कम 3 बार करना. S3 भी कैलकुलेट कर ही लेना. सो S3 विल बी व्हाट? दिस प्लस दिस प्लस दिस. इन दोनों का सम ऑलरेडी हम निकाल चुके हैं, दैट इज 8/3. सो हमें सिर्फ ये निकालना होगा. दैट मीन्स 8/3 प्लस स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ 1 plus 1/9 plus 1/16. Now, if you solve it, what do you get? You get 8/3 plus inside the bracket 16 9s are 144. 144 plus 16 कितना हो गया? 160 plus 9 is 169. That means you will get 8/3 plus 13/12. And now if you calculate it, 12 4 32 plus 13 45/12. 3 से कट जाएगा, 15/4 आ जाएगा. Is that right? Wow, Shankar. Nice observation. Great. Cool. For this, yeah, for these kind of options, we can use observation. But I'm giving you a generalized approach through which, if the options like there are 2 or more options like that, in that case, we'll be able to, do that. Okay? Well. All right. So solving mathematically, now we have certain important results to take care of. The results are like this. So if you look at S1, S1 is what? S1 is 3/2. S2 is what? S2 is 8/3. S3 is 15/4. Now once I say it, I think there is something which is coming to my mind. What is that? 3/2, 8/3, 15/4 देख के कुछ अच्छा लग रहा है ना? Yes or no? नीचे तो तुम्हारा कुछ नहीं है, नीचे तो सिंपल है. नीचे इज बेसिकली इट्स सो इफ आई राइट SN, डिनोमिनेटर विल बी n+1. यस और नो? डू गेट इट? यहाँ 1 तो यहाँ 2, 2 तो 3, 3 तो 4. यही हुआ है ना? और ऊपर क्या है? 2 स्क्वायर माइनस 1, 3 स्क्वायर माइनस 1, 4 स्क्वायर माइनस 1. तो ऊपर क्या है? n+1 का होल स्क्वायर माइनस 1. इजंट इट? राइट? Yeah, Harsha, S4 is 24/5. Okay. So we have to calculate S10. क्या निकालना है? S10 निकालना है ना? Yeah. Solve it ना? We can also write SN as थोड़ा और इसे simplify कर सकते हैं. We'll get n+1 minus 1 upon n+1. This is what S10 is. So 11 minus 1/11 is what you get. That is option D. समझ गया आयुष? वेरी गुड. सबको समझ में आ गया? सीक्वेंसेस सीरीज भगवान से दुआ करो आ जाए. मतलब आएगा ही एक सवाल, अगर 2 आ जाएं तो काफी मजा आ जाएगा. Yeah, Harsha, that is happening, of course. Clear to everyone? Okay. Look at this question. क्या ये भी ugly लग रहा है देखने में? This also looks ugly. At 9:30 we'll be finishing up with the class. You know. वैसे भी क्या फर्क पड़ता है? अगर हम 12 घंटे पढ़े तो फर्क पड़ता है क्या? अच्छा ही है ये तो. दिवांशु जो तुम बोल रहे हो अगर वो हो गया ना तो सबके लिए आसान हो जाएगा. कोई फायदा नहीं होगा उसका. मजा तभी है पेपर डिफिकल्ट आए. क्योंकि पेपर जितना डिफिकल्ट आ जाएगा ना जो बेसिकली हम यहाँ पे कर रहे हैं टाइक्वांडो, सज्जन सर एंड मी, हम लोग एकदम लो से डिफिकल्ट मॉडरेट सब कुछ कर डाल रहे हैं. जो बच रहा है विल डू इट इन क्रैश कोर्स एंड इन वर्कशॉप्स. सो इट इज बेटर इफ द पेपर इज डिफिकल्ट बिकॉज दैट विल बी इजी फॉर यू गाइज. बाकी कोई सब नहीं पता होगा. राइट. 2 minutes to you for solving this question. चलो ये सवाल जिसने कर लिया अगले 2 मिनट में उसको मैं कुछ ना कुछ गिफ्ट दूंगा, पक्की बात है. इफ आई लुक एट दिस क्वेश्चन दिस डजंट लुक इजी टू मी. नो. Ayush, I'll wait for more answers. Utkarsh, none of these. Oh, okay. Shalini also think the same. वो B by A क्यों लिखा हुआ है? Oh, it's Y by A. It's Y by A. भाई it's यार ये क्या हो गया? It's Y by A. Okay. लेवल ऑफ डिफिकल्टी रणवीर मैं इसको मतलब बोलूंगा इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट. 5 लेवल में 5 पे रखेंगे इसको. अच्छा मुझे बिल्कुल ऑनेस्टली बताएंगे सब लोग, the bottom of your heart, do you think your imagination and perception and analysis has improved a bit after solving all this question, looking at some mind-numbing stuff? Of course, it is very new to you. I understand that part. काफ़ी न्यू चीज़ें सीखी हैं आपने. But if this comes into practice, एक बार हो गया है, फिर से होगा. क्रैश कोर्स में, वर्कशॉप में भी होगा. सो यू नो आई विल मेक श्योर दैट दिस गोज इनटू योर माइंड. अगर नेक्स्ट ईयर कोई कैट की तैयारी कर रहा होगा तो आप उसको बता पाओगे. श्रुति अब तो रेगुलर ही है, आपने देखा होगा. आज हमने पोस्ट किया है। Well, people who have got the answer, I would want the logic behind the answer as well. मैक्सिमम लोग का ये आ रहा है कैसे? हाँ, ये पब्लिक सेशन इसीलिए लिया है मैंने क्योंकि ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ें हैं which I wanted everyone to know. Well, answer. Come on, logic. Abhigyan, you there? Anindita, I'm expecting an answer from you. Devi Prasad, Imran, Ria. सब लोग ए बोल रहे हैं. चलो ज़रा देखते हैं सवाल को. y by a हमें फाइंड करना है ना? राइट. चलो पहले लेट्स डील विद a. What actually is a? The first and last term is same. है ना? कमाल की बात है. Second line is also same. So I hope you guys have seen this. Observed this part. First and last term is same. Second last is also same. Third last will also be same. So basically, the sum of the two terms in the denominator will always be 121. Yes or no? हमेशा 121 ही होगा, कुछ और तो हो ही नहीं सकता. Is that right? Can I write this as 1 by, चलो 41 into 80 ऐसे कर लेता हूँ असेंडिंग ऑर्डर में. Then 1 by 42 multiplied by 79. करते रहते हैं ऐसे. मिडिल टर्म पे आके इसके दो पार्ट्स हो जाएंगे. मिडिल पार्ट पे आते ही इसके दो. मिडिल पार्ट कौन सा होगा जल्दी बोलो. सबसे बीच में कौन सा टर्म आएगा? डिनोमिनेटर उसका क्या होगा मिडिल टर्म का? कम ऑन क्विक. भाई 121 सम हमेशा है. सो मिडिल टर्म, यस सात्विक, राइट. दिस विल बी 1 by 60 into 61. Perfect. And all of this is happening 2 times. So instead of writing this all, मैंने इतना लिख लिया. कोई दिक्कत है यहाँ तक? This is good. Okay. Now y. Y भी काफी खराब लग रहा है. 1 minus 1 by 2, then 1 plus 1 by 3, then minus 1 by 4. कितना अच्छा होता है कि सारे प्लस होते, तो थोड़ी लाइफ हमारी इजी हो जाती शायद. मैं प्लस मान लेता हूं, कोई दिक्कत है? If I consider it to be all positives, do you have any problem? Of course there should be some problem because माइनस कहाँ गया फिर? तो एक काम करते हैं, मैं चाहता क्या हूं कि ये 1/2 1/4 ये गायब भी हो जाए और एक बार माइनस भी हो जाए. मतलब 2 बार माइनस होंगे, राइट? द इवन टर्म्स, द इवन डिनोमिनेटर वाले टर्म्स शुड बी कैंसल्ड ट्वाइस. यस और नो? एक बार गायब करने के लिए, एक बार नेगेटिव करने के लिए. सो if I subtract 2 times all the negative denominators, you know, my life will be easy. ठीक है? कर सकते हैं? कर सकते हैं क्या? This can be done. Okay. and this is not the end. Y is equal to 1 plus 1 by 2 till 1 by 80 minus अब 2, मैं सारे डिनोमिनेटर इवन है, मैं इनके 2 बाहर निकाल लेता हूँ. I'll be remaining with 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 till 1 by 80. Is that right? Is that right? Oh, sorry, 1 by 40 यहाँ पे आ जाएगा. Is that right? And you can also see that 2 by 2 can be cancelled out. अब y है क्या? 1 by 1 से लेके 1 by 80 में से 1 by 1 से लेके 1 by 40 तक माइनस कर दो, तो बचेगा क्या? Only 1 by 41 plus 1 by 42 till 1 by 80. Yes or no? Yes or no? Is that right? Is that right? Okay. So I'll erase certain parts of it. I just want the final value of y. I'll keep that as it is. आप लोग नोट्स अपने हिसाब से कर लेना उसको. तो कितना मजा आने वाला है. See, pattern identification is all about clearing the chaos. इतना बड़ा chaos को मैंने छोटा कर दिया, है ना? पूरा chaos छोटा सा हो गया, एक सुंदर सा प्यारा सा पैटर्न बन गया. What does that mean? In real life, things look ugly because we are not evolved enough. Once we are evolved, all things would become beautiful. No, that's such a philosophical thought. Maths and philosophy go hand in hand. We have y here. Let us manipulate a bit. अभी तक हम क्या कर रहे थे? As I said that in the denominator, if there is a gap, so I can take that gap common and do all that stuff. Here, the gap is not common, but the sum is common. Difference is not common, but the sum is common. Yes or no? The sum is 121. All across, the sum is 121. So what can I do over here? Can I write 1 by 41 plus 1 by 80 plus 1 by 42 plus 1 by 79? If I do this, what will happen? What will actually, 1 by 61. What will actually happen? If you add them up, you will get 121 in the numerator. So let us take that 121 common. उसको मैं बाहर लेके आता हूं. Is that right? Is that right? I can just divide by 121. देखा? डिफरेंस में भी हम ये गेम कर सकते हैं और यही हम सम में भी कर सकते हैं. भाई अब तो मजा आ गया. Look at this. What is this bracket? This bracket is actually equal to y. Yes or no? The bracket is actually equal to y. 1 by 41 से लेके 1 by 80 तक के नंबर तो लिखे हुए हैं. Now if you divide y by a, the bracket gets cancelled and we'll be remaining with 1 upon 2 by 121. This will be equal to 121 by 2, or we can say 60.5. Our answer is option C. Clear? Right? मजा आ गया ना? What is a mathematician? A device which can convert coffee into theorems. That is a mathematician. Infinite series is something which is still left And this is going to again blow your mind like anything. Infinite series. And why we did binomial theorem over here? Because infinite series is something which people, kind of just yaad kar liya formula a by 1 minus r. But at the same time, understanding binomial theorem will give you an insight into how infinite series are formed. So somehow I think, should we take this in the next session or should I continue it? What do you say? The next session, functions and graphs का शुरुआत के 15 से 20 मिनट. If we do this, we'll be finishing it up with okay, infinite series, and then we have some really nice questions. इसके अंदर वैसे अगले सेशन में बेटर रहेगा infinite series which will be using binomial theorem and that Pascal's triangle. Okay, so we'll do this in the next class. All right. So here, let's end this session. Yeah, I know your class at 10. That's why I was asking कि हम कर लेते हैं. Yes, Devi Prasad. AGP भी उसमें लगेगी. All right. Well, so आप लोग इसको प्रैक्टिस करो and मुझे बताना कि how much did this help you, and we'll meet again tomorrow, I believe. Okay. Good night. Enjoy the next application class. It's all right, Rishabh. Good night, everyone. Right, Harsha? Needing more from miscellaneous AGPs. It's there, but yeah, we'll continue that. And Hardik is on YouTube. Hardik, well done. You are such a nice student, I would say. Well done. All right. Thanks. Bye bye. Good night. में सास शक्तिमान बन गए. Okay. चलो. Bye bye. Take care. Hardik, just do one thing. Somebody from my team will get in touch with you. Just put a comment on this YouTube chat. Not the chat, but the real comment, and someone will get in touch with you regarding the courses in case you are interested in that. Hello, Rudransh. विराट कोहली सबके नाम ऐसे हार्दिक पांड्या विराट कोहली ऐसे क्यों हैं आता है ये कैट का ही सवाल था इनफैक्ट Rudransh, you want to say something? All right. Take care. Bye bye.